Cubs will score. Brian Anderson stays hot. 2-0 Brewers in the first inning. Rowdy Tellez with one out. 0 for 2 against Scherzer. Rowdy Tellez in the right center field. That's way back there. Goodbye. Number 1 for number 11. 3-0 Brewers. It's Rowdy Tellez. It's a rocket out of here. Another ball in the air by the Brewers. This one doesn't come back. 422 feet. His heads are out. Yeah, and the Brewers take a 3-0 lead. Anderson's 2 RBI double opened up the scoring. Anderson, way back, deep left center. See you later. Brian Anderson with his second home run in as many games. And it comes on a 2-strike pitch. Again. What's new? 4-0 Brewers. A 2-strike approach for this guy. And the wedge is yours. Here's Mitchell. And now, Garrett Mitchell sends it way back to right. And back to back to back. Mitchell with his first home run of the year. 5-0 Brewers.
The 3 home runs in a row allowed by Max Scherzer. Second time in his career that's happened. July of 2017 in Arizona while pitching for the Nationals. He gave up 3 straight home runs in the first inning.
Buck Showalter springs out of that dugout. He's going to go get his ace. A rough 6th inning in back-to-back starts. Here comes Brian Anderson. 6 total bases tonight. Gives him 14 total bases. He hits out of the top. Did he do it again? It is way back there. Nemo cannot make the play. It's gone. Brian Anderson with his second home run of the game. His third in the last 2 days. 8-0 Milwaukee. Stay high. 3-run home run. The cheese back on. Now Mitchell. Are you kidding? Garrett Mitchell. He goes deep. Back-to-back home runs. An inning after they go back-to-back-to-back home runs. Wow. 9-0. Yeah, don't able to win that cheese in very long, are they? That's down to their last out. Escobar now. And a little jam shot pop up. Terang is there. And how about it? The Brewers win 9-0.
Hey, what's up, Mets fan? It's your host, King Gio. I want you to see the different highlight today. I want you to know one thing, though. But before I do this, I need you to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so it'll notify you that I, King Gio, have uploaded a video. Now, this game was atrocious. Just like yesterday's game. Yesterday's game, the Brewers won 10-0. 10-0. In the 8th inning, Luis Guillorme was pitching, which of course is understandable. Your team is losing 10-0, you're not going to keep your pitcher there unnecessarily. You might as well put a position player there, right? Right, so they lost 10-0. And then today, they lost 9-0. So that means in 2 games, they have scored 0, and they have given up 19 runs. Did you see the back-to-back, and then another back-to-back? Look, let me tell you something. I'm just going to just say that. I have to say this. I don't understand how we didn't go after real pitchers out there. Scherzer, I'm sorry, but no, we got Scherzer at the end of his latter years, man. He was good when he was in his mids or when he was beginning or to the mid, but now he's no good. Okay? Verlander the same way. Verlander doesn't pitch because he's hurt. David Robinson, the pitches tomorrow, he is a horrible pitcher. He had 1 good year, and that was out of luck. I tell you one thing though, Robinson is a good reliever, but as a pitcher, he is horrible. Well, tomorrow McGill pitches. McGill pitches. McGill had a few games when he first came up with the Mets, but then after that, most of these pitchers that you see, you can tell what they're pitching, and they're hitting it. And we got no pitching at all, man. None. And when you got your Lindors, and you got your Lindor, and you got your Alonso, none of them are hitting. I mean, we started off gravy with Miami, and Miami to me is a better team than Milwaukee. You know, and we're getting nothing out of the DH spot. We're getting nothing. Vogelback sucks. He's horrible. I don't know why. Let me tell you something, guys. The Mets did a disservice because the Mets, you know, if you're gonna do anything, you might as well put Canna. You might as well put Canna to DH and move. You know, if I would have done that, then I already had Canna for this is his last year on a 2-year, $20 million contract. If I didn't get a big bat, I would have put Cannon DH. I would have put Nemo at left field. Marte at center, that's his position. I would have got a good right fielder. Because any ball that's hit to the outfield, everybody's going to run on Nemo because Nemo has no arm. Nemo has no arm. That short arm of his is good for left field. Strong arms for right fielders and center fielders. And anyone that plays the sport knows that. They're going to run. Vogelback is a horrible DH. He's horrible. He's a horrible player, period. I mean, we have not seen him play because all he's done is pinch hit or DH. But he's bad. He's bad. We're getting no productivity. We're getting no productivity out of him whatsoever. And you know what's that? To not hit, and not to score no runs, not even one run in 2 games. I mean, granted, it's early in the season, but it's not the way you want to do it. Get shut out back to back, in like enormous amount, 10-0, then 9-0. Then you get back to your ace gets back to back home runs. Back to a team that's nothing. Not Milwaukee's 3-1. Not the Mets are 3-2. What are we gonna do? Because Verlander's not coming back anytime soon. Can't just send just pitches the day that he pitched were okay. Wasn't great. Peterson was horrible. Let's say Peterson was the offense. I mean the Mets defense. But to be honest, where are we getting this team? There's supposed to be a team that's supposed to make it to the playoffs. There's supposed to be a team that's supposed to make it, you know, to the World Series. Where is it? We got no pitching, guys. You think Scherzer and Verlander's going to take us there? No way. Steve Cohen should have gone for better pitching instead of lavishing out $80 million for 2 years to a 40-year-old. You make sure of that contract that you give. I mean, you should have kept on to young Walker. You would have had Carrasco, Bennett. I like Bennett. You know, you should have those two pitchers back. Those were the ones that won you 101 games. You know, why give $84 million to a 40-year-old? I'm not saying, you know, granted, you know, Nolan Ryan did it and stuff like that, but look, here we are. We talked about Jacob DeGrom getting hurt, and the first one that got hurt, Verlander. Even though Jacob DeGrom they got hit by 5 runs, but he played, but he still played. Verlander hasn't even played 1 game, not 1 game, and he's already hurt. He's in the IL. I mean, even though it's early, but if it goes like this, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna really look bad. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, today's pitchers were not the greatest pitchers that Milwaukee has, but they still beat us. Yelich is looking at the player that he was before. If he keeps up doing what he did today, but let's be for real. Player for player, we got better players. I mean, granted, the ball goes where the ball goes. You know, that's, you know, it happens. You don't see back to back every day, and then you don't see 2 back-to-backs every day in the same game. But it happens. You know, Fernandez's pitches. I mean, Max Scherzer's pitches look like they know when they're coming because you could tell. I mean, he doesn't have that velocity. It could be Nito who's calling the. I don't know. I really don't know. But there's a change. I mean, there's only 5 games, but you don't want those 5 games to escalate to 10 to 10, 20. And before you know, you're in the back of the pack. There's no way out. because the Mets don't have that team to come back. You know. And the question is, when do you bring in the Vientos? When do you bring Beatty in? I mean, Beatty's already got hurt. You know, gotta bring your prospects up. It's too early in the game though, but the Mets cannot keep this up. They need the pitching, and David Robertson is not going to do it. McGill is not going to do it. You got Sandy Carrasco and Scherzer. Those are the three that you got, and you got to keep on doing what you got to do with what you got. But still, you know, we're playing Miami again. Hopefully on Thursday when we start playing Miami, that'll be okay. But then comes the big boys again. You know, we got Inter play next week, and so it's gonna be tough. You know, if you don't get your stuff together, you know, Vogelback's got to do something because he can't be like that. You know, the Mets got him on a steal. What was it, $1.5 million? But still, that's a lot of weight. I'm not talking about weight wise. I'm talking about a lot of weight because he doesn't produce. He does not hit. That's why I keep him on the bench. When you could have had yourself a legitimate, you should have gone for Nelson Cruz. If that was the case, you would have had Nelson Cruz as your DH. That would have been a better fit. But one big names to look at. $84 million for Verlander. He hasn't even pitched the game.